Hi everyone, welcome to Potty Talk. I think that I can get through this video without crying, but I'm not making any promises. So today we had our, I always call it a 20-week scan, but I'm 18 weeks and 2 days, and we had our anomaly scan today. And I had seen something on the ultrasound that I thought was a little odd. The baby's head was not circular, and my eyes may look, I probably have makeup everywhere. I've been crying my eyes out today. Baby's head was not round. It was a little bit misshapen, and I thought that was a little odd, but the ultrasound tech didn't say anything about it, so I just kind of, maybe baby's heads are shaped different. I mean, the boys didn't look like that, but maybe that's just kind of normal. But then at the end of the ultrasound, she put her hand on my arm and she said, "I'd like to show you what I've seen. Do you want the kids to stay in or go out?" Yeah. All the kids were with me. Jeremy was with me. And I said, well, they can stay in. I think they'll be okay, whatever it is. But I knew at that point something was very wrong. And so then she showed us where there was a good sized hole in the baby's spine. And you could see where there's no skin covering the opening, and that the spinal column is protruding out the baby's back. She also showed us in the baby's brain, I can't remember what part of the baby's brain they were looking at now, but whatever it is I'll try and put it in the description box below. It's supposed to be like dumbbell or peanut shaped, and our baby's spinal fluid is not able to drain from the baby's head, and so the pressure is causing that, whatever that part is, to be more banana shaped. So you could clearly see that, and you could see where baby's head was misshapen from already. There's a buildup of pressure in the baby's brain and buildup of fluid. So our baby has spina bifida. It's not something that you go into an ultrasound expecting to hear, especially whenever it's your fourth baby and others have been normal. I have so many thoughts like running through my head and so many feelings. The first thing I kind of had was just chill bumps, because this whole pregnancy I've had so much anxiety. I've had panic attacks in the middle of the night when I'm awake by myself, just feeling like something is wrong, and I need to get to the midwife to hear the heartbeat, and just all these different things. And praise the Lord, baby's heart is perfectly fine, nothing wrong there. But we are right now, we're kind of looking at the option of going to Vanderbilt for a fetal surgery, where they would cut me open a pretty good bit and lift up the womb out of my body, and then put an incision in the womb, and then do surgery on the baby while it's still in the womb. There's been shown to be a lot of benefits from doing that. It's been shown to increase baby's chances for, having good mobility. Afterwards, being able to have movement of legs, and increasing chances of baby being able to have bowel and bladder function, and decreasing the chance of the baby needing a shunt placed in the head. Which, if we wait until baby is born, which home birth is out of the option now. In fact, I'm not going to be in labor at all. I'll be having a C-section, which brings on, it's a whole lot of emotions right there. But yeah, if we waited until then, baby would have to have a shunt placed in the head to drain that fluid. And just having the shunt placed is causes risk for brain injury. So the way that we are feeling and thinking right now, we are going to be looking into the fetal surgery. The logistics of that is going to be very difficult because I would be there for a month. Nashville is about 3.5 hours away from us. And so it's not like I can just go back and forth. I'd have to stay there in Nashville for a month for the surgery, for recovery. And then when it came time for baby to be born, they would schedule the C-section at Vanderbilt. So I'd have to go back to Vanderbilt. And baby would be in the NICU afterwards. They said minimum 2 weeks, possibly up to 6 weeks, somewhere in there. So it is amazing how just such a short period of time, your whole life trajectory, I can't even say the word trajectory, just is completely changed. I don't even know what to tell you except for the facts. I don't know how to tell you what I'm feeling because I really don't even know right now. I know I'm disappointed that I'm not going to get the home birth, and I'm not even going to get to go through labor, which is my favorite part of being pregnant. But now I'm going to focus all of those, relaxation practices and techniques that I've been practicing. We'll divert that from natural birth to C-section. I'm trying to stay calm about that. And, just the whole thing of I'm going to have to recover from a pretty major surgery. I've seen 2 different types of incisions for the fetal surgery. Either from here, all the way down, or all the way across. So typically for a C-section, they make an incision, about this wide, just big enough for basically the baby's head to come through. I'm going to be looking at quite a bit larger incision for that. So I'm just thinking about it's gonna hurt. It's gonna be painful. And then a couple months later, I'm gonna have a C-section on top of it. So, but if we do decide to have this surgery, it's probably gonna be done here in the next 4 to 6 weeks, which doesn't give us a lot of time to try and figure out what the heck we're gonna do, how we're gonna get to Nashville, where we're gonna stay in Nashville. We want to keep our family together as much as possible. 4 weeks is a long time to be away from my babies. That's a long time. So we just have a lot to figure out. And it's not like I'm going to need help, for recovery from surgery. So it's not like I can just go by myself and Jeremy stay here with the kids. So I don't know what we're going to do. I honestly don't. But I do find comfort in knowing that God knows. He already knows exactly what's going to happen. And I am okay to leave that in His hands. He's capable. And I know that He's going to continue to give us grace as we need it. And there's nothing too big that He can't handle. And I'm just going to leave it all in His hands and know that everything's going to be okay. The good news is our baby's life is not in danger right now. So that's the most important thing to me. We did decide to find out the gender because where the hole is in our baby's back is way down at the bottom by the sacrum or the tailbone. And so we're going to be having a lot of ultrasounds. We're going to be looking at that area a lot, and it's not like this ultrasound that we had today where we could just, turn away. It's something that they're going to have to be showing us things. We have to know what's going on. So we're going to be looking at baby's bottom for the rest of this pregnancy, and there's just no way to keep that secret. And 2, I told the doctor, I was like, that was going to be the big surprise for this pregnancy. I was so excited to have a big surprise, but let me just tell you, my surprise tank is filled up to here, and I don't need any more surprises. So this today was a plenty big enough surprise, and I am perfectly fine not to have another one. So we did find out today that we are having a girl, and I'm so excited. Just so cool. We didn't think that we could even have girls. So we are super excited that baby Diana Faith is going to be joining our family. But oh, we ask for your prayers. Give us all the prayers you got. It's going to be difficult on us as a family trying to logistically figure this whole thing out as we find out after baby's born, you know, what issues that we're dealing with, how we're going to deal with it, physical therapy, occupational therapy. Are we looking at a wheelchair bound child? You know, there's just a lot to think about. So we appreciate your prayers, and thank you for your support. And that's going to be my 18-week bump date. I'm not going to do anything else. I will show you my bump and tell you that I have grown in the last few days. Like, this baby's getting big. Let me scoot my camera back just a wee bit. Try to, without knocking it over. Baby bump has gotten bigger and rounder, and I feel it all right down here. Kind of like all those ligaments are sore. Having growing pains. Yep. Baby is growing. And it's exactly the right size that it's supposed to be at 18 weeks. So I can't really say everything looks good. But a lot of things looked good. Some things didn't. But we're going to be okay. Baby's going to be okay. We're going to get through this together, and with God's help and our family's help and our church's help and our community's help, we're going to make it. So appreciate your prayers, and I'll be back in a week for my 19-week bump date. And I will definitely keep you updated on what we decide to do about surgery, if we're going to do it here in the next few weeks or if we're going to wait till after baby's born. So be sure to subscribe and follow along with our journey. It's going to be interesting. See you next week. Bye.